Viewers, vocabulary plays very important role in preparation of CSS and even in general life, because vocabulary is vehicle of language. It is bank of words, and it plays same role like vehicle plays in our life, blood plays in body, and money plays in our life and comfort. The more word you know, the comfortable you feel in expressing your ideas and communicating your message. Welcome to Virtual Civil Services Academy. I am Z.A.Langah, and today I will be speaking on how to build standard vocabulary for CSS, PCS and other exams. But before I start my talk, I would urge you all to please go to YouTube, search for Virtual Civil Services Academy by Z.A.Langah and subscribe to my channel, share with your friends so they may also benefit from this talk. Viewers, vocabulary plays very important role in preparation of CSS and even in general life, because vocabulary is vehicle of language. It is bank of words, and it plays same role like vehicle plays in our life, blood plays in body, and money plays in our life and comfort. The more word you know, the comfortable you feel in expressing your ideas and communicating your message. And any communication that we do in daily life, whether it is verbal or non-verbal, written or spoken, has importance, and it must be clear. And for the sake of clarity, you need a vast vocabulary. You need to express ideas, you need to convey your message, you need to bring your argument, and for this you need to know variety of words. You won't be able to properly explain and convey your message if you have gotten a very low vocabulary, if your vocabulary is not rich, if you are not able to memorize words, if you are not able to refresh your words. So, aspirants, friends and viewers, in today's lecture I will let you know what was my method of preparation and how you need to approach for building vocabulary, and what should be your approach for building vocabulary. Building vocabulary is not a very uphill task. You only need to follow some patterns, follow some practices, follow some different things. There are many ways to build vocabulary, and they are very easy. But I would urge you, I would request you all, please don't search your words on mobile or cell phone and just rely on your digital gadgets. Never rely on your gadgets for study purpose. Go to the hard copies, get printouts, buy books, buy dictionaries, and then start your work. These gadgets are just for uses in daily life, but not for study purpose. If you go, it will affect your mental health, eyesight, and also many other things. So there are many ways to build vocabulary. I will share my own experience, how I used to build my as a student and as a candidate for CSS. Would you believe that when I entered university in 1998, I even didn't know the meaning of but. Really speaking, I'm not kidding or joking, this is a fact, and I still have a book in my home on which I underlined 50 new words on that page in 1998 when I was a student of first year at university. There are many ways, and one of the best way to, if you are voracious, avid and keen reader, you will be able to improve your vocabulary and enhance your choice for words and their usage. But if you are not, but if you are shy of reading, if you don't take interest in reading, you won't be able to build up a vast vocabulary, and ultimately when you will start communication, either verbal or non-verbal, you will feel want of words there, and you will be looking, you are on your right and left for such a words, and someone will utter out the words to help you out from the situation. So, extensive reading. Start book and start reading, and if you come across any new words, any difficult word, any even good word that you don't know, underline it with a red pen and Jot down its meaning then and there at the page with the arrow sign, so that when you search for that word in future, you must recall that once you had looked up for the meaning of that word and why you have failed to memorize that word and why you are looking for that word second time. This is one way. So dissect your reading, dissect your books in order to build up a vast vocabulary. You take out new words from dictionary, at least 100 words every day. Try to note down 2 words from A, 3 from B, 4 from C, 5 from E, and the likewise. If you take out or note down 100 words every day, you would be able to memorize 3000 words in a month and 36,000 in a year. This is a very vast vocabulary. And people with vocabulary range of 3, 5 to 7,000 are considered master of vocabulary. And if you have got 10,000 words, you have got a rich vocabulary and you would never need to consult dictionary in your lifetime. So this is one of the ways. I used to jot down 100 words every day on a register and also on a paper. I used to keep that paper in my pocket, and wherever I went, I used to take that paper out from my pocket and consult that paper and try to memorize words. And another way to get mastery over words is their usage. You have taken the words from book, you have learned new words by jotting down from dictionary. Now what you are supposed to do is to use them. Use them in your communication in daily life, in sending message to your friends, in writing a note on your book, and also start writing for different newspapers. Put up on your Facebook status, and then try to make simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence, and then your journey would start towards make small paragraphs, small essays, letters and other forms of composition. This is another way. There are many ways, but I used to follow these practices. And if you believe that I never consulted dictionary from 2004, 2009, the year when I qualified CSS. But there are so many students who came up with lame excuses. They basically don't do their homework, try to pass on the buck to their teacher, their seniors, guide, family and other one. Last year I was at my hometown and I went to meet a friend. He told me that his younger brother is also doing CSS, so please guide him. I asked him to ask the brother to come. He came and we discussed a lot of things, and then I asked him to show me his DMC. If you believe, he was an MA in English and had completed MPhil. He failed in essay, he failed in composition, he failed in 4 optional papers. Then I asked him, guy, you have done MA in English, so at least you must pass CSS English composition paper. I know essay is difficult, but composition for an MA English student must not be that difficult. Research as a vocabulary was too tough and I even didn't know their meaning, and that's why I couldn't pass composition paper. He further said that shown the paper to head of department, and even head of department was not familiar with those words. I told the guy, please don't try to be over smart with me. You have not done your homework, you have not built up your vocabulary, and don't try to pass on the buck to your teacher. Your teacher was also my teacher, and I know that he was a very kind. He had got a very commanding and rich vocabulary. I know that teacher, he was my teacher and he has been guiding me since I was a student. Even today I approach him if I am having any problem. So don't try to pass on the buck. Please complete your homework. If you don't do your work, you won't be able to pass or qualify CSS or PCS exam. You will always fail. Even if you pass, you will get low marks. So ultimately you may suffer in allocation. So CSS, you have to pass CSS you have passed all papers, and you have also to cross aggregate, and to cross aggregate every single mark counts. And for securing marks and getting good scores, you must to work on every aspect of every paper, and essay and composition are the chief papers where 95% students fail to pass these exams. I don't know whether you know this or not, but there is a subject in MA in English, linguistics. So linguistics tells us that learning of language is a socio-psychological phenomenon. Because a kid learns a language, or say for example mother tongue, by way of imitation. This is ideology, this is thought, this was said by even Aristotle, that a kid learns by way of imitation. He starts learning his language slowly and gradually, and speaks a perfect language without any mistake or major blunder in its language. It is a socio-psychological phenomenon, and you need to keep in your mind that you have not to learn by way of memorizing or rote learning. You have to think in English. Don't try to speak English by way of translation. Please don't think in Urdu, Sindhi, Hindi, Arabic, Persian. Think in English, and this would come to you when you read standard books, very good books, and things will start setting up in your mind. For example, if a boy learns certain languages, say for example he learns Chinese and he speaks Chinese very fluently, but he is not aware of the rules of the grammar, the way about the position of subject, verb, adverb, noun, pronoun, and he wouldn't be able to tell you their definitions, their kinds, their types, because he has not gone through all these. He has simply learned language by socio-psychological phenomenon and imitation. If you ask a boy to fetch a glass of water and he does, and when you ask him to what is position of glass in grammar, he won't be able to tell you, because he has not learned the grammar. He has learned by the socio-psychological phenomenon. So that's why you have to learn the same. English is just a language. It is not test of your competency. Various departments conduct tests for like IELTS and TOEFL. They just test your knowledge of language. They don't test your competency, efficiency. They don't test whether how much you are braining, how much you are intelligent, how much you know about the word. They simply test your language. This is a language test. Essay and composition are basically exams of your command over language. They don't measure your competency. So try to get command over language, and I have shared detailed discussion on building vocabulary, and I believe that this is going to help you out in every aspect of your life, and I wish you all the best luck. If you have not yet subscribed my channel, please go to YouTube, search for Virtual Civil Services Academy and subscribe to my channel. Share the links with your friends, share the links with the needy people, needy students, needy candidates who are unable to afford expenses of academies, who are unable to go to cities and find boarding, lodging, and who don't have enough resources. And if you come across any potential candidate, this is my humble request, if you come across any potential candidate and you believe that he deserves financial and other support, I am here to support. I will provide books, and I will also try to accommodate him financially so that he is able to compete with other boys, because in our society gap between have and have nots is increasing. People who are unprivileged and people who lack resources are not able to compete. Their kids go to government schools where standard of education has unfortunately fallen greatly. So I'm here. I will share everything in description very soon. I will give you my LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook. I will give my complete profile, and you can access me anytime. So I hope that talk on building vocabulary is going to help you all, and if you find it meaningful, useful, helpful for you, please write down, share your approach, share your feelings, share your criticism in comment box. I am open for criticism, and constructive criticism I always welcome. And if my talk is helping you all, great player for me. Thank you very much.